Celestial blessings, this is Helen Demetriou, and today I'm going to show you how I make fish. Now, I know you're wondering, what is that thing staring back at me? Well, over here in Cyprus, the only accepting way to buy and eat a fish is if it is full with its head and its fins attached, so that we know that it is fresh. We have a friend who actually brings us fresh fish. This fish was caught about 2 days ago, so it's very, very, very fresh. It's been kept on ice in the fridge, and I'm going to show you another way that I incorporate spirituality into my food. Now, with this, if you wish to make this, you don't have to get a fish that has got its head on. You can just buy fillet if you want, but for me, this really helps with the food magic that I'm going to show you. So you're going to need a fish, or 2 fish if you wish. You're going to need some lemon. Please buy fresh lemon. You can get it in the shops. It's much better than the fake stuff that you buy in the bottles, the juice. A sharp knife, a pair of scissors, some olive oil, salt, and some either kitchen towel or serviettes, and you're going to need some aluminum foil also, and also, if you have, which is blown out from the fan, a representation of the goddess, because the fish is sacred to the goddess Aphrodite and Astarte. It is also part of what they say the mythology of the ichthyes, the fish that rescued Aphrodite and Eros when they was fleeing from the sea monster. Now, ichthyes means the Pisceans, so ichthys in Greek means the sign of Pisces, which I am. So if you're also attracted to water and it resonates with you, then this is a fantastic food to make for yourself. So now I'm just going to show you how you can prepare the fish. Now, the fish that I'm preparing today and I'm cooking today is called Sea Bream, which is also sacred to the goddess Aphrodite, and in Japan it is a sign of luck and it brings luck. The fish is also a symbol of fertility, wisdom, transformation, and I'm going to use this fish as part of my lunch today to bring wisdom, to bring knowledge and transformation to myself. Now, I've got here some leaves from my lemon tree. Sadly, the lemons are not fully grown yet, so I've had to take the largest of what there is and use those. And because the fish is a symbol of Aphrodite, I'm going to call on the goddess Aphrodite to bless this fish. I mean, for me, living in Cyprus, the birthplace of the goddess Aphrodite, this fish was also caught in Cypriot waters, so you can imagine the energy that's coming from this fish. So you just put your hands over the fish and allow the energies to just pour out of your body through your hands into the fish. I call on the goddess Aphrodite to instill within this fish, your sacred animal, knowledge and transformation to all who eat this fish. And just allow the energies to flow. If you can, envision the goddess Aphrodite. Just breathe it out. If you have any music or any ocean sounds, then use that, so you can really help you to focus on the sea, on the birth of Aphrodite. So then, with the sharp knife, you need to write words such as wisdom. It doesn't have to be hard. I'm writing wisdom on the scales of the fish. I'm going to write transformation. And as I'm doing so, I see myself being transformed, helped with my spiritual learning and knowledge, and being given wisdom, love, fertility for all that I attempt. So after you've done that, make sure if you're buying the fish that the inside has been cleaned out. you need to snip off all of the fins. Now, I don't like handling dead animals. I eat fish, I eat meat, but I don't like it. Now, I've put on these paper towels, these serviettes, to soak up any of the excess blood, because as I said, this is a very, very fresh fish, and any water that remains. I don't like handling fish, but I have to do it, it's part of life. I can't be squirmish. And you just snip off. If you don't want to see the head of the fish, you can chop that off. I'm going to leave it on. It doesn't bother me. When I first came over here, it really bothered me to see a fish with a head. I couldn't eat the fish, but in time it didn't bother me. You just get used to it. Be very careful, because the spines of the fish can stick into you. So then you need to get some more serviettes and just pat dry the inside of the fish. As I said, it's not a very nice thing, but you just don't think about it, just do it. Don't forget, it's not cruel or to eat the fish. The fish are our friends, and they decide they agree to come back when they're incarnated to be food for us. And I truly believe that this fish found its way to me because I am a follower of Aphrodite, otherwise known as Astarte, and the fact that it was Sea Bream, which is sacred to Astarte, Aphrodite, it means a lot. So I've dried out the fish, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lemon, squeeze it a little bit, and then rub it along the scales. Now this has been mostly descaled because I really couldn't cope with having to descale the fish. I mean, it's one thing to cut the fins off and another thing to actually descale. I've done it once and I will never do it again. I can't cope with things like that. So you just carry on with rubbing the lemon, squeezing a little bit as you go, and rubbing it on the inside and turning it over. In Cyprus, we don't like to add too much to fish and seafood because we believe that it takes away from the taste of the fish. And I completely agree. I don't like adding tomatoes and sauces to fish. I think fish should be left simple and eaten simply. So you just carry on doing. Now, when you've finished rubbing the fish down with the lemon, put it into a baking tin which is covered with 4 layers of 4 different directions of aluminium foil, because we're going to wrap the fish up so that it more or less steams the fish rather than bakes it. Also, the 4 directions: earth, south, north and east. Now you need to get to your lemon, poke it a few times with a fork and just squeeze it all over. Now there are people that like to use the head for fish head soup. I don't like the head for food. Just squeeze all that lemon on. And I'm going to be serving this with a salad. So then inside, you put on some of the salt. Put inside the salt. I'm going to put my lemon leaves. I'm just going to roughly rip them, very rustic. Very true of ancient times. Okay, they didn't have ovens, but they built themselves clay ovens, and this is how they used to eat their fish also, especially in ancient Greece and Cyprus. And we want to give it a good old lot of lemon juice. Now, always keep a tea towel handy to dry your hands. Then we're going to pour on generously extra virgin olive oil. Oh, sorry. And as you know, I get brought this also. I'm very lucky that I know people who have their own grapes or they're fishermen, and they bring me things like this. Very generous with the olive oil, because the juice that's left is going to be a sauce that you're going to eat it with. Now, once you've done that, it doesn't matter if the head always is sticking out. All you need to do is start to fold over the tin foil like so. And you just carry on folding it over.